The betrayal. The story opens with Zhang Yi reflecting on his tragic death in his past life. His thoughts are filled with pain and regret as he recalls how he was betrayed by those closest to him. The words come to life in the manga, with Zhang Yi's speech bubble saying, "The ones I trusted betrayed me. They took my life, my kindness, my loyalty, all for their own gain." These words reveal the deep hurt that will fuel Zhang Yi's actions moving forward. In his past life, he was someone who believed in loyalty and trust, but that belief was shattered in the worst way possible. This betrayal doesn't just hurt, it reshapes him, making him harder, colder, and more determined to survive in his new world. A new life in a frozen world. After his tragic death, Zhang Yi finds himself reborn in a world unlike anything he has known. The world is covered in ice and snow, an endless winter that has claimed the lives of many. But Zhang Yi is not just a survivor, he has gained extraordinary powers. He realizes he can manipulate space itself. As he tests his abilities, his astonishment is clear in his speech. Space manipulation. I can bend space itself to my will. This ability is a game changer. Zhang Yi now has the power to control his environment in ways no one else can. The implications of this power are immediate. Instead of struggling for survival like the rest of the humans in this frozen world, Zhang Yi can create safe zones, store vast amounts of supplies, and shelter himself from the cold, all with the flick of a wrist. Building his fortress. Zhang Yi's first priority is to build a safe house, a place where he can survive the icy apocalypse without fear. This safe house will serve as his base, his stronghold, where he can rest and plan for the future. As he starts securing resources, his thoughts are filled with resolve. This will be my fortress, where nothing and no one can reach me. This fortress is more than just a physical structure. It's a symbol of Zhang Yi's control over his new life. Unlike the people around him who are struggling to stay alive, Zhang Yi is planning. He knows that in this frozen world, you can either survive or be consumed, and he intends to do the former. Using his space manipulation ability, Zhang Yi begins to gather supplies: food, weapons, tools. These resources are stored in his safe house, hidden from the elements and anyone who might pose a threat. Zhang Yi's ability to gather and store resources gives him a massive advantage over others who are scrambling to survive. His foresight and ability to create a self-sustaining base mean that he doesn't just survive in this world, he's already planning to thrive. The darker motivation, revenge. As Zhang Yi begins to secure his future, we see hints of a deeper, darker motivation: revenge. His experience of betrayal in his past life is something he cannot forget, and it burns within him. While the rest of the world might be focused on surviving, Zhang Yi has something else in mind. He's not content with just living. He wants to make those who wronged him pay. He thinks to himself, 100 times the pain, I will make them regret ever crossing me. These words reveal a key part of Zhang Yi's character, his burning desire for vengeance. He isn't just trying to survive. He's preparing to rise again, to take control of this new world, and to make those who betrayed him suffer. His powers will be a tool in his quest for revenge, and he's already planning how to use them. Creating a new order. By the end of the chapter, Zhang Yi has set the stage for his new life. His safe house is complete, and his resources are secure. He stands at the edge of this frozen world, looking out with determination. He knows that the road ahead will not be easy, but he's ready. His speech here sums up his resolve. I will make them suffer. This is not just a threat, it's a promise. Zhang Yi is not simply surviving. He is preparing to reshape this world to his will. His actions are driven by a deep need for revenge, but they are also motivated by a desire for control. He knows that the world he's in is cold, harsh, and unforgiving, but it's also an opportunity for him to rise. He won't let anyone or anything stand in his way. A Man Reborn. Conclusion. Chapter 1 of Freezing the World, I Built a Doomsday Safe House, introduces readers to a man who has experienced loss, betrayal, and death, but has come back stronger than ever. Zhang Yi's journey in this new frozen world is just beginning. His space manipulation powers give him an edge over anyone else in this post-apocalyptic landscape, and his safe house becomes the foundation of his new life. But it's his quest for revenge that will drive him forward. shaping the way he interacts with this world and the people in it. As the chapter ends, we see Zhang Yi's resolve to not just survive, but to dominate. He is a force to be reckoned with, and anyone who crosses him will regret it. He's not just playing the game of survival, he's about to rewrite the rules, and those who betrayed him in his past life will soon feel the weight of his wrath. In just the first chapter, the manga sets up an intense story of survival, power, and revenge. Zhang Yi has everything he needs to thrive in this cold, frozen world. And the next chapters promise to show how he will use his powers to achieve his ultimate goal, taking control and making those who wronged him suffer. The first chapter of Freezing the World, I Built a Doomsday Safe House, masterfully blends themes of survival, retribution, and the human drive for power. Zhang Yi is not simply a victim of circumstance. He's a man who will stop at nothing to achieve his goals. The world may be frozen, but his heart is on fire with vengeance. The safe house he builds is not just a shelter, it's the beginning of his rise to power.